Welcome for a new exciting episode of A Soldier's Life. I'm Sergeant First Class Michael Warrick out of the Horseheads Recruiting Station in the Arnott Mall. This episode is one that's really, really important. I say that a lot about all the episodes because, I mean, for one, it's all about information. But this one is, if you're coming in or you're looking to come in, this is just after graduation of your basic training, and now you're going to go do your advanced individual training, your AIT. All right, this is where you're going to learn your job, the skill set within your job. And as we get into this more, we're going to talk about various things as far as some of the training, some of the military occupational specialties, MOSs. I know you've heard that term several times before in previous episodes. When I came in, I was on tanks, like I mentioned before in a couple episodes. I did tanks for about 7 years, and then right about 7 years in, I changed my job to military intelligence, more specifically counterintelligence. And when I went to that AIT, that Advanced Individual Training, upon graduation, which was about 5 months long, down at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, a great place, a lot of that training that I went through was worth college credits. So for myself specifically, for 5 months of training, I received 23 college credits, and it cost me $50 to transfer that training to a college to pay that administration fee, and I had a 3.74 GPA for those 23 college credits. So the majority of our training, if not all of our training, can transfer to some form of college credits, whether it's public speaking, some jobs like that, or some college courses like that, some military intelligence. So since I've been in just over 15 years, I've been pursuing three four-year degrees, one in criminal justice, one in psychology, and one in military intelligence operations. And throughout that 15 years, I haven't finished one of those yet because I've been, again, trying to learn 4 different military occupational specialties. But your AIT is really huge. Again, it could be 9 weeks long, or it could be up to 5, possibly 6 months, depends. There are a couple medical jobs that you'll be, like for example, optometry down at Fort Sam Houston, Texas, and you'll be down there for approximately 11 months learning about optometry. And you receive a lot of college credits for that. Again, once you graduate, it's on you as the soldier to contact a college or a college near you, and you just call them up, ask them if they honor that training, and the majority of colleges, whether it's regionally or nationally accredited, will honor that training, and they will accept that as college credits. Now, some colleges may ask you to pay either an administration fee, some colleges may ask you to enroll into one class, and then you can transfer that training to college credits. And that's how it works. We're going to show a little a little video of an intro of your advanced individual training. Welcome back. That was some pretty good footage we have on your advanced individual training. Now we're going to show a couple of videos on some various MOSs, more EOD, medic, combat medic, and drone operator. Now what's really important about a drone operator and the medic footage is that we actually have a recruiter at our office who's a combat medic. His previous assignment to the one he's at right now, being a recruiter, he was actually working at a hospital and I believe it was Fort Bliss, Texas, which is fantastic because a lot of experience in the medical field working along nurses, and he's EMT certified, and we're going to try to bring him on a future episode as well. Now the drone piece, if you remember our very first episode, Eric Brown left us to go into basic training, and he's actually currently at his AIT right now at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, learn how to operate drones. Now Eric's going to be coming to us on Labor Day weekend to do like a little follow-up, if you will, on how AIT is going for him. I spoke to him about a week or so ago, and he's loving life. It's fantastic. He's learning a lot of good stuff, great camaraderie with a lot of his peers, and he's just growing. It's fantastic. So again, here are a couple more videos on those specific AIT.
Military Occupational Specialty, Explosive Ordnance Specialist. Explosive Ordnance Disposal Specialists perform this important task. These are the soldiers with the knowledge how to render safe explosive devices and properly dispose of devices that threaten life and property.
Someone that's successful in this MOS is someone that can use critical thinking skills to come up with a course of action that prevents loss of life or destruction to property.
To become an EOD specialist, you must be a volunteer and be fit enough to pass the bomb suit suitability test. You must also earn a qualifying score on the ASVAB or Armed Services Vocational Test, as well as qualify for a top secret clearance. After completing 10 weeks of basic combat training, soldiers receive 39 weeks of advanced individual training that's conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 gives soldiers a basic introduction to EOD.
When soldiers get here, we'll go through the bomb suit suitability test. Once they get past that, that's when they actually start EOD school, which is modules A, B, C, D, and then on into challenge. And what we do is we build upon one module to the next.
Phase 2 includes putting that knowledge to the test by learning to identify, disarm, and render safe a variety of ordnance.
Soldiers will receive basic EOD training here, such as defeating IEDs and unexploded ordnance, working with live explosives.
The best part of training is definitely getting hands-on experience, as well as access to instructors and people that have been in the field and have real-life stories to tell you.
While in training, soldiers will spend time in the classroom and in the field under combat conditions. EOD specialists train in the hazards of U.S. and foreign munitions, as well as base electronics and arming and firing systems, as well as analyzing munitions and identification using the EOD publication system. You'll also train to dispose of munitions safely using special firing devices and to operate ordnance locators and remote control tools to identify biological and chemical threats and how to decontaminate and safely dispose of them. You'll perform render-safe procedures on items like missiles and the disposal of other types of munitions. After your initial entry training and your advanced individual training, you'll work in either a fixed location or an area where you can respond to specific emergencies or train for special tasks. The training and skills that soldiers acquire as an EOD specialist can lead to positions of greater responsibility in the Army and will continue to benefit the soldier after their service as they enter the civilian sector.
It translates very well. They will be able to get civilian law enforcement jobs, work with civilian bomb squads, even mining jobs.
The Credentialing Opportunities Online or COOL website helps Army service members find information on certifications and licenses related to their jobs. EOD work is demanding and full of challenges, and most of all, it can save lives. Become a part of the work's most versatile and dynamic forces. Military Occupational Specialty, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Specialist.
Military Occupational Specialty, Unmanned Aircraft Systems Operator. These soldiers pilot and operate the Army's Unmanned Aircraft Systems, or UAS, which gather imagery and sensory data for intelligence analysis and for real-time mission planning and execution. Because intelligence information is sensitive, you must qualify for a secret security clearance in this MOS and pass a Class 4 flight physical. Then the Army will train you, first in the theories of flight and basic flight procedures, then to establish and set up the launch and recovery site, where you'll emplace and operate critical components like the launcher and ground control station, as well as the ground-based antennas that communicate with the aircraft. You'll also train to remove the UAS from its transport mode and prepare it for launch status. But before you're ready to operate an actual UAS, you'll refine your skills in the Army's flight simulators, training to perform the duties of the aircraft operator and payload operator, and rehearsing procedures to deal with emergency in-flight situations. From there, you'll move to the flight line, where you will launch, pilot, and recover the UAS. After your initial entry training and advanced individual training, you will earn your aviation crew member wings. And once assigned to your unit, you'll work supporting Army operations day and night, where the importance of the UAS mission demands teamwork from all members of the flight crew. You will work as an aircraft operator, responsible for pre-flight, launch, and operation of the UAS. You will also serve as a payload operator, manning the imagery collection assets on board. Additionally, you may perform the duties of mission coordinator, providing critical interface between the flight crew and command staff. You may also train to operate Gray Eagle, one of the Army's most advanced unmanned aerial platforms. Serving in this MOS can help you transition from the military to the civilian employment sector, because your skills in leadership, teamwork, and problem solving are skills and values in demand by civilian employers. By providing enhanced situational awareness, which gives commanders a clear picture of enemy hostile intentions or actions, you are a vital asset as a military occupational specialty, unmanned aircraft system operator.
Push forward, push forward.
Bad explosion.
This is the AMED Bullock,
We get casualties in.
the Army Medical Department's Basic Officer Leader Program.
As a team leader, my responsibility is to step in, to step out, know exactly what's going on with the patient. Call it as you see it.
They are the medical platoon leaders, future medical company commanders, future battalion and brigade commanders that are in charge of that medical footprint. Their purpose is to plan and execute medical operations, whatever theater or operating environment that they're in.
We got a big hole here on the right. I got a drill point on it. Let's go ahead and secure that.
So this course is called the 65 Delta Bullock Track. Physician assistants in the Army are a mid-level provider providing medical care at the combat level. And what they're here to learn is how to manage trauma.
I'm gonna need an urgent medevac for this patient. I'm gonna want him sitting up 30 degrees. Hey, Sergeant Smith, if you can give me another set of vitals, please.
As an Army physician assistant, you make a difference in soldiers' lives every day by providing them the best medical care in the world in the largest medical system in the world.
All right, gentlemen, anything that y'all can think of continues to be unresponsive, and now that he's got medications on board, he's gonna be feeling a lot better. All right, so we got all his gear, we got all his clothes, we got a BBM in case they don't have a vent, we got him on O2.
Welcome back. That was some pretty good footage on those Military Occupational Specialties AIT. All right. So we have a couple more videos on engineering. All right. Some more on military intelligence. A couple on medical. All right. So medical alone, we have 23 jobs in medical. A lot of it comes down to that ASVAB score, like I mentioned before in previous episodes. But medical, the majority of your training will be conducted down at Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Military intelligence is down in Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Now, I want to target more specifically on military intelligence. So when you go to your AIT down at Fort Huachuca and you go through that several weeks, maybe a couple months of that training, depending on your job, it doesn't just stop there though, all right? Your education continues to grow to various courses that you go through. So again, like I've said before, my previous job was counterintelligence. So again, that was 5 months down at Huachuca. But when I got done with that, I've gone to various classes, courses, if you will, to enhance my education in that field. So, and we're going to touch on that hopefully the next episode as far as your additional skill identifiers, right? But it kind of covers this a little bit, so I'll kind of touch on that. So what I mean by that is this, is that through the Army, I'm actually certified to conduct source operations, which is, you would know it better as running informants for not myself, for the Army. But if you were out in the civilian sector, if you were a New York State trooper, you'd be certified to conduct investigations and run informants for whatever investigation you'd be doing. So, and there's all kinds of identifiers, and we'll go into those in the very next episode, but it just goes to show that your education does not just stop there as far as your military education. All right, obviously there's a college realm out there too for you to pursue on your off time, but as far as that military education, you're going to continue to grow. All right, and as you graduate that course or class, you contact that college that you're enrolled into and just transfer those credits. So again, you just completely or consistently, excuse me, stack those college credits up, boom, 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 boom. And obviously you will have to take your maths and your Englishes or whatever it may be to fulfill those degree requirements. But the majority of your college education can be conducted and completed through your Army training. It's really that easy. I have 108 college credits paid for. I have about another 16 that I need to just contact them and transfer them. I just haven't done that because, again, I've been trying to learn several various different jobs over the past several years of my career. So I'm real big about being an expert in my field before I just do a quick, easy transfer. What I want to touch base on right now is a lot of our engineering jobs. So we have carpentry, plumbing, electrician work, welding, a job that's called horizontal construction, where you basically learn how to build roads and airstrips, heavy machinery. I know a lot of our BOCES around here in the Chemung County and Southern Tier area, a lot of students go to that heavy machinery. And that's what they learn, right? How to operate bulldozers and backhoes, stuff like that. I've never done that myself personally. It looks pretty cool. However, a lot of our reserve units around here do have those jobs. And it's a great opportunity for people to jump on to either enhance their skill set or pay for some of that college tuition because, you know, obviously everybody knows college is not cheap. And it's a great job. So in EOD, what you're basically learning is explosive ordnance disposal. So you're going to learn how to defuse bombs. Very exciting job, you know, steady hands. It's a pretty long AIT. About a year and a half ago, a young lady came through my door at the Horseheads Recruiting Station, and she qualified for EOD. She jumped on it. She's having a great time. And it's a really good skill set to have, not just, you know, while you're in the Army, but you can actually take that out, obviously, and you can go work for, you know, SWAT team, stuff like that, FBI, you know, obviously, as long as you get some of those college credits as well to be, you know, to get into the FBI or a 3-letter agency. But if your thing also is to be outside in nature, I know outside, like near the Rockies, I lived in Colorado for about 5 years and some change. A lot of your big, you know, mountains out there, ski resorts, Breckenridge, and all that, they hire personnel to do avalanche, you know, control, and that's one of those skill sets they look for. Someone who is, you know, has experience dealing with explosives. So it's a great job. Again, it can enhance a lot of opportunities for you, open a lot of doors for you. So that EOD is a fantastic job as well. All right, so we cover a lot of information on your advanced individual training, and you know, if any of these episodes, where this one or previous episodes, has just, you know, struck in some interest in you about getting some more information about the Army or the Army Reserves, you know, please feel free to contact us at the Arnett Mall. We can come through our doors, call us at the office. Our office line is 607-796-5323. Or me personally, you know, my government line is 607-267-9167. We do have a Facebook page out there. You know, if you want to send us a question, you know, by coming through the door, by all means, there's no commitment, right? It's all about information. You know, I just talked to a young man the other day who just graduated Corning High School. I'm not going to throw his name out there, but, you know, he's looking to offset that cost of tuition. He's going to a local college, and he's got a partial on swimming, and it's just a great way to offset that tuition. So please feel free, you know, stop by, give us a call on the phone, text us, Facebook. Appreciate your time. Have a good day.
Our Army aviation is truly an asymmetric advantage. could not have done the last 13 plus years of combat without Army aviation leading the way, providing the capabilities to our soldiers on the ground.